circled on the calendar ever since the jaw-dropping trade that sent Luka Doncic to the Lakers 66 days ago. Luka makes his return to Dallas in the opener of the NBA doubleheader tonight, 7:30 Eastern, ESPN. LA 2 wins away from clinching the third seed in the West, followed by Kings hosting the Nuggets, who yesterday fired coach Michael Malone. Denver's dropped 7 of 10 and is 5th in the West. Former Colorado quarterback Shedeur Sanders reportedly will visit the Steelers tomorrow as projections on his draft position fluctuate. He'll also visit with the Raiders next week. Vegas has the 6th pick in this month's NFL draft, Pittsburgh 21st. The Masters will continue to invite international golfers with special invitations, but doesn't otherwise plan to add special pathways for live golfers like 2 other major championships have done this year, according to Augusta National Chair Fred Ridley.
Oh, I missed that about Augusta. A big deal.
Guess who's back? Back again. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? 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 Guess who's back?
Denny Schaefer. He's an idiot.
Honey! Oh, that hurt. Honey! Honey, we're home, right where we belong, playing with you once again for the next couple hours on the radio and on X and on the YouTube via the video. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Denny Radio Sports and More, broadcasting live on 100.7 The Ticket. Denny Schaefer Show is brought to you by St. Mary's Meats, the place to go for local fresh cut meat. Nobody beats AJ's Meat. I got to get out there this weekend, man. I am low in the meat department. So when I go out there, I'll make sure I pick up some extra supplies, if you know what I mean. All right, I didn't mean it that way, you perv. Anyway. All right, let's say hello to the producer. That would be Chris.
Hollywood. What's up there, man?
Welcome to Wednesday, my man. Yeah, I mean, things are going okay, I guess. It's been kind of a busy morning. My wife and I had a successful podcast today. We do Monday, Wednesday, Friday on DennyRadio on Facebook. If you're not
still
following
Denny
us,
and Sharon today.
What's that?
You're Denny and Sharon today.
Oh, yeah, I didn't fix that. Glad you saw that. Stand by. I will edit that on the go. I am that talented. Just type in DENMAN. There you go. Now we are correct. Oh, no, we're not. I got to get a capital D in there for you, man. Anyway, yeah, we had fun today. We were talking about pets. You got any pets?
No, I want some, but pets are like kids, so I'm fine. Unless you get a cat. I don't like cats. They kind of sneak up on you. Yeah.
Cats are the greatest, man.
I want to know where you are. You know,
I like cats because, you know, you can leave them alone for hours, how many times, friends are like, oh, I got to go home, let the dogs out.
Yeah.
Now, who let the dogs out? It was you, because you had to leave the party early because, of course, then again, it'd be like us. We got our cats and, we got the diabetic cat, so we have to be home every night by 8 o'clock and give them a shot. But anyway, it was fun. If you're not following us on Denny Radio on Facebook and Instagram, you really ought to, because, we're kind of wacky, we're kind of kooky, and the show's growing, and we're very thankful for that. All right, today, by the way, is the, oh, crap, I got to record that. I didn't do that. I'll have to do that after the first segment or flip over and watch it. It's the par 3 contest at the Masters. And it's on right now, and it's very relaxing to watch. As a matter of fact, check out this early Masters coverage.
If you're feeling groggy, no one left the gas on. It's the Masters. As we await our players on top of the leaderboard to tee off, now might be the perfect time to take that nap. We'll keep our voices down. And in fact, Vern Lundquist is asleep right next to me here in the booth. I'd like to ask our audio technician in the truck to give me just a touch of reverb as you rest easy and drift off for just a cat nap during the Masters on CBS.
I look forward to the Masters. I tell you, I can't watch the Masters without falling asleep at some point.
Yeah, golf is a great way to take a nap.
It really is. It really, I mean, I enjoy the competition. I like watching it, but you know what? I don't mind taking a little snooze too. Last night I was up at like 3 o'clock, 3:20. We have a cat, like I said, diabetic, and he just harasses the crap out of Sharon all night long. He's got some kind of crazy infatuation, because he's a man. And he's always up around her face, and he'll reach out and touch her face with his paw, and just drives him nuts. So she gets frustrated, and she just like pushes him away. Well, she pushes him away right into me, wakes me up. I couldn't fall back asleep. Anyway, but it is what it is. I got a little sleep, but today would be a perfect day to turn on the Masters and just take a little snooze.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's the first, major of the year, because out of all the majors, it really is the best one. It's snooty. Yes, the azaleas, they pipe in the freaking bird sounds, which is just, it's just wrong. Who cares? Anyway, one thing is cool is over the years, they haven't raised the prices on their concessions. You go there and you get like a $2 beer.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. You get a hot dog for like $1.25.
How much are those tickets though?
Well, it's a lottery. I don't think they're that crazy expensive. I think you got to put in for them year to year, and they'll let you know. I'm not exactly sure. I don't think it's crazy expensive. But anyway, I just love the Masters, and it just reminds me of this.
I'm going to give you a little advice. There's a force in the universe.
Actually, I played that one yesterday. It reminds me of this one.
So we finish 18, and he's going to stiff me. And I say, hey, Lama, hey, how about a little something,
for the effort.
For the effort,
Yeah.
And he says, there won't be any money. But when you die on your deathbed, you will receive total consciousness. So I got that going for me.
Which is nice. I love it. And of course, the classic.
It looks like I'm a wreck. It's in the hole.
And this one.
The amazing stuff about this is that you can play 36 holes on it in the afternoon, take it home, and just get stoned to the bejesus belt that night on this stuff.
I don't know if the movie holds up today. If you put on Caddyshack tonight, and if you had your lovely fiance Kay sit down and say, "Hey, watch this. This is a classic golf movie," she'd probably get 15 minutes in and go, "This is the dumbest movie ever. I'm going out. I'm going to a girlfriend's house."
She'd just go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scary movies and boring movies put her to sleep. So if I ever want her to go down early.
Okay, I'm leaving that alone.
Movie. Well,
leaving that alone.
Yeah.
Leave it alone,
I set myself up for that one. Masters prices, $450 for the 4-day tournament badge.
$450.
And then it's $140 a day. Practice rounds Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, $100. So
okay. I don't know. That seems fairly. To go there to be part of that.
Pretty cheap. That's like
I'd pay for it. 4 days, $450. So does that include the Wednesday? Probably doesn't include Wednesdays today.
$450 is Thursday to Sunday.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you got to have a little money for that.
Sunday, honestly.
What's that?
I would just pay for the final round, $140. Not too bad.
Okay, so if you go to a Lions game now, you're paying more than that for one game over $450 to get good seats.
Yeah,
you're well into $600 easily.
If you don't want to just watch TV.
Yeah, I prefer to watch it on TV. By the way, my Tigers are playing right now, and it's 0-0, bottom of the fourth, and there's one out, nobody on.
Got to get the sweep.
I take that back. They just got a single, one guy on, bottom of the fourth. So
got to get the sweep.
Yeah, this is the last game of the Skankies, and then they're out.
Yep. Then we are off to where are we going next?
I don't know.
Off to Minnesota. Minnesota on Friday.
Taking on the Twinks. So okay, the Tigers had their first two series on the road, and then now they come home for one series and then they're back out on the road.
Yeah, that means we get a lot of home summer games, though.
That's true. I'll take that. Minnesota, they're indoors, aren't they?
Yeah,
I think so. Anyway, I lived there and used to go to games when it was at the Metrodome.
Yeah.
Kirby Puckett was the center fielder. Kirby. Yeah. Oh man, I had a blast in Minnesota. So good. I thought I was going to stay there forever in my radio career, and nope.
You see how it goes.
It's a good thing because this hot radio show you and I got never would have happened.
Millions of listeners.
Well, right now, let's see. How many people do we have watching? We have 5 watching, and I'm thinking probably maybe 6 or 7 over the regular radio. So 4 on DennyRadio.
We're in thousands of people's hearts, though.
Yeah.
Thousands of hearts.
Yeah, we are. Anyway, Shout out to Angie from Pew, even though she hasn't checked out the new show. She's like, I miss you in the morning. I'm like, I'm on in the afternoon with Chris, 2 to 4. She goes, oh, I haven't checked it out yet. I said, you need to check it out. So
we could do 2 to 4 a.m.
That'd be no. I mean, if we went on in the morning, if we decided to ever do a morning thing, we could probably reach a lot more people, but I'm not getting back up. You don't want to get up early.
Oh, no. I do it from the Hollywood home studios.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Exactly.
I call in every day. I got you.
Okay, dude. It doesn't work that way because somebody has to produce the show and be there, and that would be you.
Josh B.
Yeah. So there you go. Oh, you know what I could have done? We had trouble getting you online today. My email's not coming up. I should have just brought up my work email. There you go. There's the work email. So I'll just send the email there. All right. Tigers, I'll keep you updated on that. I don't know if I'm going to watch the Masters. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it is kind of cool. Have you ever watched the par 3 before? Probably not, because you're not a golf fan.
No,
it's kind of cool because they'll have like 1 year. I want to say it was Jack Nicklaus's grandson took a shot for Jack and got a hole in one.
Oh, that's cool.
I mean, it's during the par 3 thing, but still, I mean, it's packed. When I was there, it was 10, 12 people deep every hole, and it's only 9 holes. It's pretty cool.
PGA tournaments and the U.S. Open are my worst enemies because they ruin SportsCenter for me. So
why? Because of all the golf clips?
That and the U.S. Open, you can't watch any morning programming on ESPN, which sucks, unless you want to watch like ESPN News.
Are you talking ESPN or are you talking U.S. Open tennis?
Yeah,
tennis. Yeah, because they're they
didn't get very creative with the names back in the day.
Yeah, they really didn't. So U.S. Open, is that golf? Yeah. Wait a minute, isn't that tennis? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, Jock King just sent me a message here through Twitter. He says, Denny, where can I send the flag football schedule? Well, you can send it to me, I guess, in my email.
Just type it up right now.
Yeah, like he's got the time. Dude, it's a huge schedule. All right, I'll respond during the break, my man. So just keep an eye on it. Well, no, I'll just do it now. What do we care? We're a very laid back show.
We're here to entertain.
Denny Schaefer at Cumulus.com. Is it Denny Schaefer or is Denny Schaefer? I don't remember. What is it? Yeah. Dude, I email you from there all the time. Check and see before I send it. I send you Denny Radio.
Denny Radio, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to have him do the Cumulus one. Now I'll just do Denny Radio. What do I care? Denny at DennyRadio.com. There you go. That's how you can email me, man.
And interaction. Look at that. And it is Denny.Schaefer for all you people. Yeah.
Okay. Denny at DennyRadio.com. All right. He's either one, So there you go.
I mean.
All right, moving along. Let's get rolling on some content, shall we? I'm very excited. We're going to talk to Steve Mix today. Do you know who Steve Mix is?
Yeah, you mentioned it yesterday. So
okay, so Steve Mix, he's one of the few guys, and maybe one of the first ones to ever have his numbers up in the rafters at Savage Arena. His number 50 was retired, I don't know, 2007, something like that. We're going to have him on, but we're not going to talk to him about that. You know what we're going to talk to him about? We're going to talk to him about his brother, Bob. Bob passed away the end of March. So Steve is up here, and, paying homage and loving on his brother. So we're going to talk about his brother. You probably aren't aware of this, but the Maumee Sports Mall, which was the place to go. It was like and it may still be, I don't know, is the place for, indoor soccer and all that stuff before they built the big indoor soccer thing out in Rossford. Anyway, that's
the one right by the turnpike, right?
Correct. Right there at Reynolds Road / where it turns into Conant.
Yeah.
You got to go behind, you got to go by, what's the church? Cornerstone. Pastor Pitts, my man. You ever been there?
No.
Oh man, he and I had some battles back in the day. He had some legal issues, and I may have had some comments on it. And he and I used to do some battle. Anyway, but God bless him. He's doing what he feels the Lord wants him to do, and then he's keeping his pants on, which is good. Anywho, So yeah, Bob, that's Bob's. Bob built that bad boy. I mean, that was his thing. He was a hell of a basketball player at UT as well. So we're going to talk to Steve about his brother Bob, and then we'll get around to some stuff. Steve, I'm thinking still to this day, is one of his BFFs is Dr. J.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they were roommates when they both played for the 76ers. So
the original Michael Jordan.
Yeah, Dr. J was unbelievable because, when Jordan would do stuff, it made you think of Dr. J.
Yeah.
When Dr. J did stuff, you're like, I've never seen this before. No one's ever done this before. So, both awesome athletes, and honestly, I think Michael Jordan is the greatest ever, but whatever. People will argue, oh, it's LeBron. Well, look at the championships, my man. Look at the championships. Anyway, so we'll chat with him. That's next hour. All right, I want to start out with some congratulations. Perrysburg senior Marcus Blaze. This dude, he's a beast, man. Perrysburg senior, another accolade to a sensational 4-year wrestling career. Blaze won his 4th state title last month. We talked about that. He was just named Male Wrestler of the Year by the Ohio High School Wrestling Coaches Association. This happened yesterday. That's a big damn deal, people. Blaze went undefeated 43-0 as a senior. He won the Division I title in the 150-pound weight class back March 9th. Now, let me give you some wacky fun facts about this dude. First off, he's a Penn State commit.
That means you're a beast.
Oh, yeah. Penn State, their wrestling is, well, it's right up there with Iowa.
Yeah.
He lost just twice in high school, just twice in 4 years.
That's
his
great.
record at Perrysburg, 200 wins, 2 losses. He won the first state title as a freshman at 113 pounds. Then he won it as a sophomore at 120 pounds. As a junior, he went 50-1 and won the state championship at 132 pounds. Last season, he bumped up 2 weight classes, which is unheard of. He went from 138 to 150.
Sheesh.
And he went 11-0 in the postseason while competing against wrestlers that weighed more than 10 pounds more than him.
Sheesh.
He posted a 17-2 technical fall over Bradley Eaton at Lakewood St. Ed in the state final match. He won every match in the state tournament by a bonus victory, whatever that means, because I don't know all the wrestling terminology. I just know when you win the state championship 17-2, that's an ass whooping, including a first-round pin before posting 3 straight tech falls en route to the state championship. He became just a 34th 4-time Ohio State champ and is arguably the most successful high school wrestler in Northwest Ohio has ever produced.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm thinking pretty much. He's already experienced success on the international stage. He qualified for the U.S. Olympic team trials last summer. He placed 3rd in the event last April. And there you go. I mean, that dude, that's just unbelievable. You know what sucks, though? Is unless he joins professional wrestling, and I do that in quotes, professional wrestling, what's he going to do when he's done? He'll have.
Sounds like he could have been a hell of a linebacker.
Well, kind of does. 150 pounds. He's not,
He's a little light.
Yeah, but here's the thing. After this, kind of like track, because we were talking about the track slam thing last week, that I watched some of that. It was kind of boring. Did you watch any of it?
No.
There was so much downtime in between the races. I mean, it's like, come on, get it moving.
Got to work the kinks out.
Well, they also got to have enough content to fill a couple hours. And so they got to interview people, and there was nobody in the stands and whatever. But what does he do with that after he gets done? I mean, he'll have the Olympics. That's
about it, yeah.
Unless he's willing to, degrade himself from being a true wrestler and go into professional wrestling, which isn't real wrestling. Maybe MMA. Now that's legit.
Yeah, you could do MMA.
I can't watch MMA
because
they just pound the crap out of each other, and I used to get into it, and then I'm like, okay, I'm cringing now, and You know, I don't want to cringe.
That's a man sport right there.
Oh, dude,
The
that's
gladiator.
a man sport. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, and I often wanted to go into wrestling when I was in high school, but the problem is wrestling is the same time of year as basketball. And I love basketball. And so our football coach, Coach Joe Smith, bear crawl coach Smith, all he made me do was bear crawl. He used to make me bear crawl during gym class because he was a gym teacher. Schaefer, you were slacking at practice yesterday. You're going to bear crawl the entire gym class. He'd make me bear crawl the entire gym class.
That's a true workout.
You know what that is on all fours?
Oh, yeah.
It's horrible. Yeah. We used that outside. We had to do it up hills. You know, in the gym class, everybody else is screwing around having fun. Not me. I'm over on the side freaking bear crawling for the whole time.
Great way to get strong.
Yeah. He always wanted me to, Schaefer, you need to get stronger. You need to go to, you need to become a wrestler. I'm like, if it would have been a spring sport, I would have. Somebody just come in.
Yeah, we got Johnny D just popping in.
Johnny D, everybody, grab a microphone. Slide over so I can see his beautiful bald head. Put the mic over there on that boy. All right, there's Johnny. I'm in the Denny Radio studios, my man. Get on the mic. What's up?
How are you?
Good. How are you? You're on the show. The big show.
Building coming here.
What's that?
Work again. For some reason, our gate doesn't work, and I had to complain to these little kids to get out of here. So I popped in to say hi to Chris, and you're on the air.
Johnny is studio security today.
Are you? So one morning it wouldn't open when I got here at 3:30. I had to climb the damn fence. It was back in December. That was a lot of fun. Me and my jacked up knee. Good times.
The $1 million gate that never works around here for some reason.
Yeah.
It's just people just wander into our building. So I was just coming. How you doing? Good to see you. You're
good. My gate here at home works perfectly. By the way, what'd you think of Florida win the championship?
I was not surprised.
The championship. People.
It was okay. We went up to the Pistons game the other night, so we were there and I watched the end of the Florida game after that. So
yeah, I'm a little concerned about the Pistons, the way they've lost the last 4 or 5. And like, come on, they got to get hot here.
They'll be all right.
As long that's as what Chris said.
Got to stay healthy.
Yeah. Well, my Tigers, they're 0-0 right now. Not that I'm not doing my job and watching it on my phone. 0-0, bottom of 5th. Tigers. Well, you're a Yankee fan, huh? They beat your Yankees last 2 days in a row.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy that. Well, what are you going to do? It's early. It's early.
Oh, dude, it's not even 2 weeks into the season, and but the Tigers are in first place, baby. We'll take it.
So we'll see. I don't think anybody's beating the Dodgers.
Yeah, I don't either. So
roll.
Good seeing you, Johnny. I tell you, I like this. I got the best of both worlds. I get to see you, and I get to be at home.
Much love. Enjoy it.
Right back at you, brother. All right, coming back. Would you vote for Stephen A. Smith for president?
Oh, brother.
What?
Oh,
you
brother.
Racist. You're a racist.
Yeah, me. I'm the racist one.
Anyway, we'll chat about that and other stuff, and you're welcome to call or text 877-909-1007. It helps if I have the text machine up, so when I promo that. So we got that going, so you can play along on the show. Don't move. More of the show after this on 100.7 The Ticket.
Denny Schaefer is Denny Radio on 100.7 The Ticket.
Hey everyone, it's AJ from St. Mary's Meats. Did you ever wonder where your meat comes from?
Crap,
Well, St. Mary's Meats does and cares. With all of our fresh and frozen meat selections cut weekly, as well as our 33 flavors of brats and 19
the Tigers played 2 series at home.
House, plus
that's right, they did.
Lamb and hogs in. We care about our quality. We're located just west of Seacourt Metro Park. Check St. Mary's Meats out on Facebook and
remember, was not playing indoors. Jeremy's the man, correcting the hell out of the den man.
Zavatsky Custom Meats is reminding you that Easter is just around the corner.
It's a
great time to gather with family and friends. Zavatsky's offers their award-winning fresh kielbasa with all natural ingredients, never frozen. Zavatsky's offers authentic pierogi from Hamtramck, Michigan, or Zavatsky's own sweet and sour cabbage, or everyone's favorite Dearborn torch glazed spiral sliced ham. Happy Easter from Zavatsky's Custom Meats. Try the baby back ribs, pulled pork, or smoked wings from Zavatsky's Smokehouse. Zavatsky's takes pride in offering the freshest hand-cut steaks in the Toledo area. Deli is fully stocked with side dishes, plus dips and cheese balls. Shop quality and family owned. Zavatsky's Zavatsky's Custom Meats has great Angus choice steaks and gourmet beef or chicken burgers.
Log on to this station's website starting at 9 a.m. this Friday for your sweet deal of the week. Get $50 to spend at Zavatsky's Custom Meats for just $25. Sylvania Avenue at Douglas. Zavatsky's Custom Meats.
This hour is brought to you by Dunn Chevy. Are you tired of high interest rates? Lease your next vehicle. Now lease a new Equinox for $299 or a new Silverado for $399, both with $39.90 due. Find yours at DunnChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Denny Radio. Call or text the show 877-909-1007. Sports and more on 100.7 The Ticket.
A gentle breeze blows across your face as you take a refreshing sip of water, appreciating the stillness of another morning fishing on the lake. The distant gurgle of a stream reminds you of days spent playing in the creek, the cool, clear water rushing between your toes. You love this time with nature, the feeling of putting everything on hold to connect with the world around
Jeremy
you.
loves the show.
Now, imagine it's all gone. No fish, no lake, no water. One of life's most vital resources, irreplaceably depleted.
Why my neck hurts so damn bad.
Time is running out to protect fresh water. And without our love, it can and will disappear.
It went great. I felt
It's our
awesome,
choice.
once I got
Love
out of
it
there, and then
or
now
lose
here we are, right back at
Help
it.
protect our fresh water. Visit World Wildlife Fund at wwf.org/love.
ESPN 100.7 The Ticket. Denny Schaefer's Talking Sports on 100.7 The Ticket.
And obviously, I'm talking smack because I got a whole bunch of stuff wrong already, which is pretty typical. All right, I'm Denny Schaefer. We got Hollywood back in the studios, and people are playing along today with our texts at 877-909-1007. Jeremy corrected me, and thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate that. Minnesota does not play indoors. They play at Target Field, beautiful outdoor stadium.
Yeah, we were thinking about the Brewers.
Yeah, that's it. We'll go with that. We'll go with the
Milwaukee.
Brewers. Yeah, and he said, Denny, the Tigers played 2 series at home. I'm like, oh yeah, they did. The White Sox and then the Yankees.
LA went so bad it felt like 2 series.
Yeah, there you go. And then Jeremy says, no problem, Denny. Love the show. So thank you for that.
Jeremy.
Superfan Nurse Terry, we do bear crawls in, I don't know, HIIT class, HIT class. They're so hard.
HIT. Yeah.
I don't know what that is. Anyway, but yeah, OMG, Denny Pastor Pants. I remember those days. So funny that you called him out. Yeah, I ended up in the 2000s going out to him and I had lunch together, and I actually apologized for how relentless I was on him.
I'm glad you fixed that relationship, Denny.
Huh? I did. Well, I felt guilty, and I was getting ready to move to Atlanta. I'm like, ooh. I'm like, I probably should reach out to him, and I did. And he was gracious enough to meet with me because I was relentless. So, but it was great radio, and it was funny, a lot of fun. But anyway, Lodo Joe, we used to go to Steve Mix's bar in Maumee. I believe it was called Above the Rim in the late 80s. You know what? If I think of that, Lodo Joe, I'll ask him about it when we have him on next hour. So there you go. Loved how you were giving Rocket Rick the business yesterday about continuing saying check all the boxes, and at the end of the day, Rocket Rick. That's funny. That's Jeremy again. Jeremy, man, you're on your way to super fan status, dude. The way you're playing along today.
Appreciate you.
That's all right. And then somebody else says, "What's up, big dog?" I'm not sure who this is. Hey, who are you? Let me find out because I can put him in the system. There you go. So, yeah, we like to keep everybody's contacts here. And then Lodo Joe, they actually had a pretty good female review, and I actually made friends with one of the dancers. Haha, of course, that was before I got married. What do you mean a female review? You mean they had strippers at Steve Mix's bar?
That's what that sounds like.
I'm going to have to ask Steve about that. Does his wife know about that? Anyway. All right, there you go. Nice job, people. Thank you. Thank you for playing along, and keep them coming. You can also call the show, and you know the number. All right, let me have a sip of coffee here. My neck is still jacked up. So yesterday I go see Dr. Mark in Perrysburg. He's awesome. Dr. Mark Dumas. And he gets me all feeling good. And then I come back, and then I, start working today in front of the computer. And then it's all, computers are bad for our backs and our neck, dude. Not as bad as cell phones, though.
It might be how you're sleeping.
Yeah, I'm not sleeping very well. I don't know why. It's been how many days now? It's been too many days. No alcohol, no cigars.
Yeah.
You usually sleep better. Are you sleeping better since you put down the bottle of tequila?
I'm waking up easier.
Here's the weird part is I still have to get up once, sometimes twice a night to pee, even though I'm not drinking anything. Sorry, welcome to Old Man Talk Radio.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. What do you make of this one, people? This was, I don't know, was this yesterday? I don't know when it was. ESPN Stephen A. Smith. Have you ever seen him on The View?
On The View?
Yeah.
No.
He went viral when he was on The View after Trump won.
No.
And, all those, lovely squawking ladies there on The View. The squawking hens. Anyway, he's been on there a couple times, and he was on there one time, and my wife sent me the link, and I'm like, wow, this guy, he's dialed in. If you look it up, if you Google it, Stephen A. on why the Democrats lost, it's pretty powerful, and he's spot on.
I watch his podcast. He has a good podcast.
Seriously, this dude's got a podcast too, with all the stuff that he's got going. Does he still do his radio show?
I don't think he does the radio show because he does the podcast daily.
He used to do an afternoon radio show that was syndicated all over the country.
This time.
So he's on, what's that now? Oh, yeah, his radio show was on now.
Yeah, but now he does the Stephen A. Smith show. So,
and it's just a podcast?
Yeah.
And I'm trying different positions. Now I'm leaning way back. See if it helps.
Cool.
Do I?
Yeah.
Yeah. 65 years old. No one looks cool, dude. Nobody. Anyway, so now, he's big in the sports world as a pundit. And according to the story, he is presidential material.
Oh, brother.
They did a Rasmussen poll, was ordered up by former ESPNer Pablo Torre. Okay. A colleague? And it says former ESPNer. I see Pablo Torre filling in all the time. I see him on Pardon the Interruption. He fills in a lot.
He does a good job.
I know he does. He's really into his own intelligence, though. He uses all those big words and the big vocabulary, and it's like, okay, dude, get over yourself. You're probably the last kid picked in gym class when you're in school. Anyway, he did a poll, or he paid for it through Rasmussen, who's pretty much the best in the business when it comes to polling.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, back in the 80s, 90s, I was pretty damn good at polling. But then I got married. Yeah, wrecked it all. Anyway, sorry. A little guy humor. Okay, you got to get a little guy humor. We're on, what's that?
I said, be careful. She's watching.
I don't think so. I think she's at Kroger. She went Krogering.
Now you're going to
some stuff. Olivia's coming over today. We're having a little dinner.
Oh, cool.
Josh is supposed to come down from Ann Arbor, but he doesn't get out of bed till like 4. So by the time he gets here, we'll be done with dinner. Anyway, so Pablo paid for this to gauge the plausibility of a presidential run by Stephen A. By the way, this is what we're going to talk to Andre about today, because I know Andre loves Stephen A.
Oh yeah, his favorite.
So far from a landslide, the numbers that came back were substantial enough. They're not saying what the numbers were, and I didn't go looking for them in case they're out there. That Smith has admitted that a run is something to consider. Smith says that he has had no choice but to get more serious about it over the last weeks, and has confirmed that he's been approached by people on Capitol Hill about a run, even though he says he has no desire to be a politician. He's now decided that he's no longer going to close that door and will keep his options open. So he would have to resign from ESPN, because you can't keep your job in the media when you're running for president.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So he wouldn't be
able to do the podcast though.
So what do you think his chances would be? Do you think it's even possible that Stephen A. Smith could get the nomination?
I'm honestly tired of celebrities thinking that they can be president in general. Well, I know they can, but like as people who vote, as voters, we need to reconsider the people who we just want to put in office.
Well, you know what I love about the celebrities? They're so full of themselves that they think they can tell us who to vote for.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's that.
You know, and then they get all crazy on us, and they don't ever do it, rarely. But they say if their candidate doesn't win, they're going to move to another country. And it's like, yeah, that's probably not going to be the case. I know some of them have, but the ones that do move, they're not genuine, or they're disingenuous, because they already have a place over in England or France or somewhere. Yeah. And so they just go and stay there for a couple of months. And they do some social media tweets from over in their vacation home, because they're friggin' billionaires. You know what I mean? So they're disingenuous. You know, I say if you're that committed to leaving the country because of your candidate doesn't win, you shouldn't come back.
Yeah, just stay. Just stay.
You know? And that's fine. Listen, I'm okay with that. That's the beauty of America. You can move. You can move, and you don't have to come back. You know? But don't tell us. But look, the guy we got in there now, dude, he's a celebrity.
Yeah, but that's like a one-off.
Dude, he got elected twice. That's not a one-off.
When I say it's a one-off, I think Trump, no matter how polarizing he is different than just any other celebrity just trying. I think a lot of people need to also stop going directly for president. Like, be a governor.
Start out as like dog warden. Dog warden. Start there. Well, what's your experience? I was a Lucas County dog warden.
Yeah, local school.
Yeah, how was that? I loved it.
The school board. Do something. You can get into politics. I'm all for it, but
yeah, I don't know. By the way, do you know Trump's number one single that came out last year?
No, what is it?
You ever hear his song? You want to hear it now?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Here we go. This is going to annoy the crap out of people.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
Have you heard this before?
No.
Dude, this was a monster on my old show. I used to play it to torture people.
They're eating the dogs.
It's a jam. Wait
They're
for it to get
eating
going.
the cats.
You're going to play this at the club.
They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
I'll give you a copy.
They're eating the dogs.
Okay.
They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
People of Springfield, please don't eat my cats. Why would you do that? Eat something else. People of Springfield, please don't eat my dog. Here's a catalog of other things to eat.
They're eating the dogs.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
They're eating the cats.
Meow, 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 meow.
They're eating the pets of the people that live there. They're eating the dogs.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
They're eating the cats.
Meow, 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 meow.
They're eating the pets of the people that live there. They're eating the dogs.
Sound effect.
They're eating the cats.
Is that the cat singing?
They're eating the dogs.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
They're eating the cats.
Meow, 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 meow.
They're eating the pets of the people that live there. They're eating the dogs.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
They're eating the cats.
Meow, 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 meow.
They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
There you go. Denny Radio Sports and more. I'm telling you, you don't get this kind of crap on just your average radio show. You know what I mean, Chris?
That should have went number one right there.
So if you sprung that on the people at the club,
I can make it work.
At like 1 o'clock in the morning, people are all liquored up, and you mix into that bad boy. What do you think would happen?
That'd be a nice 145 song. It'll go either way. So at 145, I play songs to where Either you're gonna love it or I can clear the club out. But either way it goes, I win.
Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking that clears the dance floor, clears people out, and you probably lose your job as the DJ.
No, I have job security there.
Do you?
Yeah.
Why? Is it a relative own the club?
No, I'm just pretty good at that. I mean, radio, I'm all right, but
do you ever do like an old person night, like where you do like 70s or 80s or disco night, so I can come watch you?
Like 90s.
When see, I love the 90s jams, dude.
I do 90s.
Okay. What time do you start?
Past your bedtime. Around
What time?
10:30.
Oh hell! What is wrong with you people? Actually, back in the day in the 90s, I never went out till 10:30. I mean,
yeah.
See,
people don't get to the club till about 12.
So you weren't around when you were, but you weren't old enough to go there. There was a place downtown Toledo called Mug Shots, right on Summit Street.
I've heard of that.
Now by Channel 11, just north of it.
Yeah.
And that was the place we'd go and hang out, play pool, have some pre club cocktails. And then we hit all the clubs. We either stay downtown and go to Club Bijou, or we would go out to, Stephen J's, or we would go to Diggers. Yeah, and that's still there. I think it's a biker bar, Diggers again. And man, we used, we wouldn't get out till dance clubs till 10:30 or 11, and then you close them.
Yeah.
But what time does the club open?
Club opens at 6. I set up
6?
around yeah.
Okay, so what do people is just a regular bar? People to sit around?
Yeah, like
drink?
happy hour, watch some TV, stuff like
They don't
that.
have food or anything, right?
The one I do in Detroit, they do. The one here, no. They have food trucks outside though.
Okay, so what time do you get there to set up?
I'll try to get in when I was drinking. I go at like 9:45. Warm up
have a
little
couple of
bit.
pops.
Yeah. Now I get there around 10.
Okay.
Set up.
Yeah.
I get to play some R&B. I'm trying this new thing. From 10 to 11, I only play R&B music, and then after that, we'll get into some hardcore rap. But I like.
Right. I know people are screaming. What's the name of the club? What's the name of the club, Denny? Tell them to say. What's the name of the club?
Noir Toledo, downtown, across from the Valentine Theater.
And the average age in there is
Oh,
22, 23.
Fridays 18 and up.
It's 18 and up.
Yeah, on Fridays. Saturday, it's usually an older crowd. By older, I mean like 26, 27 and up. Older by, it's not college kids in there.
What's the cover charge?
Free before 11. After 11, it's like $10.
That's not that bad though.
No.
Do you talk or you just spin?
Both.
Do you?
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm all
I used
into crowd interaction.
Oh, dude, I used to just rip the crap out of people when I worked in clubs. It was fun.
Yeah, that's
somebody out there dancing all drunked up. I'm like, dude, no, you can't dance like that in this club. Seriously, go sit down. I would tell people that. How many times people threw drinks at me? Good times.
Oh man.
I don't do that now when I do my disco parties because it's just a lot of fun. But I'm very active on the mic for that.
You gotta be.
Yeah, it's more fun, Yeah. And I also enjoy the challenge of mixing. But you don't do it. You let the computer do it, and that's cheating, brother.
You'll have to come see me. We'll do
you have perfect mixes every time. Me, I don't. There'll be some train wrecks.
Well, I have issues. The computer isn't perfect. It's
but it's a lot more flawless than the way I do it. I do it. I do it the way God intended us to mix the music, pal. I wish we could.
Timing.
So a buddy of mine about 4 years ago, he has a friend who managed a bar in Flint. Okay, that's where I grew up. So we did what we called a light reunion, and he asked me if I'd come up and spin some tunes, and I said hell yes to help this guy out. And the only reason I agreed to it, they put me up in a hotel, but they didn't pay me, and they should have. I got to mix with records. I actually got to grab them and, old, and I'm telling you what, it was the best. I had more fun, and it just made me sad because I missed that. I didn't realize. Now I'm doing it with MP3s and being able to grab a record, and it's so much easier to mix when you can grab the record.
That doesn't sound easier. It sounds more.
It is. No, it's easier.
I have to look through a music library, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I couldn't imagine I guess My only thing with the crates, it would be like a preset list, and sometimes I just go with the flow.
Yeah, I never had a preset list back in the day. I just knew it was weird. They came to you. It was magical, and it could have been probably the alcohol mainly.
It's usually the alcohol. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm a much better DJ after a few drinks.
Couple of drinks. Yeah. I don't know. All right, dude, we got to get to a break. Maybe we'll do some more content. Maybe we won't. Stick a fork in them. They're done, people.
Oh,
That's what I'm going to tell you. Stick a fork in them. They're done. I'll explain what that means next on 100.7 The Ticket.
A legend in his own mind. DennyRadio is on 100.7 The Ticket.
My best friend died suddenly, and now his wife and kids have to move out of their house. I had no idea he didn't have life insurance. If I could go back, I'd tell him how easy and affordable protecting your family can be with SelectQuote.
Right.
In 15 minutes, a licensed insurance agent found me a $500,000 life insurance policy for only $18 a month. They compare many of the nation's most highly rated insurance carriers to find the right coverage and price for your needs. In the last 40 years, they've helped more than 2 million families secure over $700 billion in coverage.
I got
Even if you have a health concern,
so I can watch
SelectQuote agents can find you the right policy at the lowest price. Don't wait until it's too late. Get peace of mind that your loved ones are protected with life insurance.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-480-5454 for your free quote today.
Oh my gosh.
That's 1-800-480-5454. Or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-480-5454. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
In life, there are always going to be bumps and cracks in the road, and sometimes you need help to smooth out those bumps and cracks. Well, if those bumps and cracks are on your driveway or your business's parking lot, then your solution is to call the paving pros at the Genite Company. The locally family-owned Genite Company has been the area's leader in professionally paving driveways and parking lots for over 80 years. Call the Genite Company at 419-531-1791 and, like your neighbors, get those driveway and parking lot bumps and cracks taken care of by the paving pros at the Genite Company.
For the past 2 decades, KNR has proudly supported Ohio families and stood by them in their moments of need. When life takes an unexpected turn, there's one thing that's remained the same. When you're hurt in a car, you call KNR.
Hey everyone, it's AJ from St. Mary's Meats. Did you ever wonder where your meat comes from? Well, St. Mary's Meats does and cares. With all of our fresh and frozen meat selections cut weekly, as well as our 33 flavors of brats and 19 flavors of snack sticks made in-house, plus getting local beef, lamb, and hogs in, we care about our quality. We're located just west of Secord Metro Park. Check St. Mary's Meats out on Facebook, and remember, we're killing it and you're grilling it.
Some foot issues just can't be fixed by those expensive shoe stores or shoe inserts. A foot exam from a doctor of podiatric medicine, who is the medical expert in foot and ankle care, may give solutions after doing a complete foot examination. If you suffer from foot, heel, or ankle pain, let us help you find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association so you know you are being treated by the very best. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
This is Pause Before You Play, and it's time for more game day picks from local sports fans. You're on the air. Who you got?
Actually, I'm not betting, just chilling and watching the game.
I know that move. A pause. Sounds like you've got a winning strategy.
Exactly. After I set limits and recognized the risk, I knew it was time to stop.
Now that is responsible betting, folks. Sports are fast. Betting shouldn't be. Make a plan at pausebeforeyouplay.org. That's pausebeforeyouplay.org.
The Toledo Air Show, featuring the United States Air Force Thunderbirds, returns on May 10th and 11th. Don't miss adrenaline-filled military and civilian performances, aircraft on display, and much, much more. Visit ToledoAirshow.com.
Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN Radio.
Kyle Tucker with a boom shot of a home run.
Kyle Tucker and the Chicago Cubs begin a West Coast trip in Los Angeles when they face Shohei Ohtani and the LA Dodgers.
Shohei Ohtani wasting no time.
The Chicago Cubs at the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Pre-game is 6:00 p.m. here on Toledo's home for Major League Baseball, 100.7 The Ticket.
Denny Schaefer.
I don't get angry anymore. I just get pukey and disgusted.
He's an idiot.
On 100.7 The Ticket.
Yeah, I know I'm on. I'm answering work emails. You know, my job is never done here, you know? Hold on. Let me get my headphones on. We're very relaxed on the Denny Schaefer Show, sports and more. Man, we're getting a lot of texts today, and I appreciate that. That is, it's like all of a sudden the show just kind of kicked in. I'm even hearing from Super Coach. He says, I'd vote for Stephen A. Smith. That dude's got it going on mentally. Any celebrities running for president. How about Ronald Reagan, one of the best presidents ever? That is true. Ronald Reagan was a movie star before he became a politician, and he was governor of California.
I was going to say he didn't go straight to president.
Yeah, he didn't.
Initial points, you know.
So Lodo Joe used to go to Steve Mix's bar in Maumee. He said they had a pretty good female review. He said they just stripped down to their bikinis, but they would take dollar bills from dudes in the audience. And also shout out to Heather. She's listening to our show. I don't know who Heather is, but we'll take you, Heather. Thank you. Appreciate that. And you can do the same. You can call the show or you can text us. The phone number is 877-909-1007.
I'm assuming Heather didn't work at the review, right?
I'm guessing probably
okay.
not.
All right. You said them like back to back. So
Well, yeah. I mean, he was apparently he knows Heather, and unless maybe Heather used to back in the day. I don't know. Anyway, you can watch me and Chris right now. By the way, we're up on at DennyRadio on X and also on the YouTube. When are we going to get on the Ticket Facebook page, Chris?
One of these days.
What did you tell me
how
yesterday?
About this? I guarantee you by Monday.
By Monday? Because that's easy. It's easy. You know, more people. What's that?
I said, hopefully I don't put my foot in my mouth, but yeah, Monday.
Well, you said yesterday you were going to go talk to what's her Fanny and get all the login stuff. So
yeah,
you
I didn't see her today.
You let the team down, dude.
I'm sorry.
So I know worry about it. I could have done it too, and I didn't. So there you go. All right. So off Stephen A. Smith. Maybe we'll grab some audio down the road. He makes some really good points, but he's very political. So
he makes a lot of sense.
He does. For a wackadoo, because he's pretty wacky. I mean, there's sometimes when he goes on his little tirades and he starts laughing, you know, like he's possessed. Yeah, there's something else going on there, people.
Just shows where we are right now as a people.
How about him and LeBron James as his running mate?
Oh, brother.
Yeah, that ain't happening. All right, the stick a fork in the Red Wings, they're done. By the way, I looked it up. The earliest known use of that phrase, stick a fork in it, was in the 1940s. That's how friggin' old I am.
Sheesh.
Oops, I got Steve Mix calling me right now. Hold on. Let me, I got the game on though, too.
You got a lot going on.
Hey, Steve, it's Denny. I'm on the air right now. Is everything okay? Are we still going on today?
I'm heading over to a walk-in clinic. I got to get my elbow drained. So I got a burster sac that exploded on me, and I got to get it drained. Can we do it next week?
Yeah, we can do it whenever you're available. But man,
yeah, let's set it up for next week. I got to get this thing drained. There's a bunch of fluid in there. It just kind of popped up on me. I'm like, oh, crap. And it hurts like hell.
Well, that stinks. Well, it's interesting because I've been talking about you going to be on, and somebody asked me, did Steve used to own a bar in Maumee called Above the Rim in the late 80s?
Above the Rim, yeah.
And did you used to have bikini nights there with girls in bikinis?
No. Wrong bar.
All right, Lodo Joe, you pervert. He never did that. All right, well, feel better, and we'll talk next week, and we'll get you on.
I'll give you a call next week, and we'll line something up.
All right, dude, you're awesome.
Sorry about that, Denny, but this thing really is hurting the hell out of me. So
listen,
I will catch up to you then.
All right, you got it, brother. All right, be safe.
Bye-bye.
See you. Bye. All right, there you go. He can't join the show, so now we have an empty hole. So if anybody wants to be interviewed by us, no. We'll fill it up. Oh crap! Yeah, Skankies are up 2-0, top of 7.
Sheesh.
Yeah, 2 outs, guy on first. So anyway, maybe the Tigers have another comeback in them. So there you go. Now we got enough material today. We got enough stuff going here.
We'll be fine.
What a week here.
Yeah.
Okay, so the wing. So yeah, stick a fork in it. Okay, so your generation. Have you even heard that term before? Stick a fork in it.
Yeah, my generation. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I forgot. You're old. You're 30.
Man.
You're in your 30s.
Late 30s. I'm
Dude,
pushing 40.
You're 31. You're 31.
Pushing 40.
So it was popularized by baseball player and commentator Dizzy Dean, referring to a pitcher who was doing poorly. Anyway, and the Red Wings are doing poorly. Josh Anderson scored the winner with 9:12 remaining in the third as the Montreal Canadiens beat my Red Wings 4-1 last night. It's Montreal's sixth straight win. Montreal's built an 8-point cushion over Detroit, the New York Rangers, and the Columbus Blue Jackets for the Eastern Conference second wildcard spot. Now, by beating Detroit, Montreal also helped the Ottawa Senators clinch a playoff spot for the first time since 2017. So Detroit plays the second game of a 3-game trip. They're at Florida on Thursday. I got news for you. They ain't winning that game.
Yeah, it's over.
So you go from Montreal yesterday, and then what? You probably fly home for Detroit for like an hour, and then you got to fly down to Florida.
That's
There's
a
no
lot
way.
of travel. Yeah.
I had high hopes, I had high hopes that they would finally, after 9-year drought, that they'd be back in the playoffs.
There's always next year.
Back in the playoffs.
Playoffs?
Yeah, playoffs.
Don't talk about playoffs.
Yeah,
Playoffs?
Yeah, they ain't making the playoffs. No, man. It
That
just
was the
ain't
best
happening.
press conference.
That press conference was awesome, wasn't it? Jim Mora. Love that. All right, there you go. There's hour 1 in the can. How'd we do? Text me and tell us how we did. And if you think we suck, you're not listening anyway. So there you go. All right, so no Steve Mix. So we'll come back. We got some baseball chat. We've got where do the schools rank when it comes to best schools for athletes?
Yeah, that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. And we have some sports and more stuff. Oh, and I also have some news quickies for you, Chris. Prepare.
My man.
You're the only one in my radio career who likes us, by the way. Everybody else hates them. And another freaking lottery winner in Toledo to the tune of $2.8 million. What the heck?
What am I doing wrong in life?
Well, are you playing the lottery?
Oh, no. So
that's step 1. Can't win if you don't play, my man. Anyway, we'll come back with hour 2 next. I'm Denny Schaefer, and you're listening to 100.7 The Ticket.
Sports, pop culture, and anything that pops into his warped mind. Denny Radio is on 100.7 The Ticket.
Hi, it's Mookie. Searching for the perfect diamond is about more than just a cut, clarity, and carat. And that's where Northwood Jewelers is here to help. If it's an earth mined or lab-grown diamond, Northwood Jewelers is your go-to jewelry destination. With 3 generations of expertise, from beautiful rings, stunning necklaces, permanent jewelry, or even their collection of birthstones. Visit Northwood Jewelers, 4612 Woodville Road, online at northwoodjeweler.com. Northwood Jewelers, service before, during, and after the sale.
Visit this station's website for your Prime IV Sweet Deal. Prime IV Hydration and Wellness Perrysburg in the shops at River Place provides effective, holistic delivery of nutrients straight into your bloodstream. Try the Glow for anti-aging, the Immunity Armor to boost your defenses, and many more drips today.
My name is Wayne Kinsel. My wife, Amy, and I are the owners of Voodoo Brewing Company, Toledo. When you come here, you'll be surprised with what we have done with the space. The first thing you're going to see is this very large U-shaped bar that's going to call you to a chair, right? And behind that bar, we have this amazing state-of-the-art beer system, 30 taps, a full liquor bar, a unique wine menu. This concept is a scratch chef-led kitchen, nothing frozen. We have gluten-free options. We have vegetarian options. We're just making sure that everybody has something to eat when they walk in. Not always can you go into a place where the food's going to bring you back again and again and again. We also have a roll-up door that leads out to a patio. We want people to think about this place as a place that I want to bring my family because you feel welcome. The service is going to be great. The food is going to be fabulous. It doesn't matter what age you're going to feel like you're welcome to this place. We're on Central Avenue in front of Lowe's Home Improvement. We can't wait to see you at Voodoo Brewing Company, Toledo.
Voodoo Brewing. Find us on Facebook, Voodoo Brewing Company, Toledo.
That's a shorter break.
310.
For 20 years, Kissling, Nestico, and Reddick has represented Ohioans in every county across our state. With thousands of reviews, the numbers speak for themselves. This is just the beginning of our story. Hurt in a car? Call
You can push
KNR.
it to 315.
Weather from the
if
Jim
you
White
need to.
Toyota Weather Center. Great offers on new 2025 Toyotas arriving daily. Right car, right price, right now.
We may get a little sunshine early. Then we've got the increasing clouds coming up for today. 48 for your high. We do get rain coming up for this evening into tonight, mixing with snow at times. That should melt on contact. We'll blow down to 37. And there's a chance of a stray shower tomorrow, but a lot of clouds. We'll have a high around 49. And the First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Ross Ellis.
His store and more, the Man Superstore Studios. This is 100.7 WQQO HD2 Sylvania, Toledo, a Cumulus Media station.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Christine Lisi. No shortage of drama and storylines in Dallas and Sacramento for tonight's NBA doubleheader. Begins with Lakers star Luka Doncic returning to Dallas for his first game since the shocking blockbuster trade from the Mavericks just over 2 months ago. 7:30 Eastern ESPN. The Lakers 2 wins away from wrapping up the 3 seed in the West. Then at 10 Eastern, Nuggets visit the Kings. A day after Denver's firing of coach Michael Malone, Nuggets 3-7 in their last 10 are 5th in the West. Baseball Cubs starter Justin Steele placed on the injured list with left elbow tendonitis. He missed some time last season with the same issue, but was able to return late in the year. The Masters will continue to invite international golfers with special invitations, but the tournament does not otherwise plan to add special pathways for live golfers like 2 other major championships have done this year, the U.S. Open and British Open.
Guess who's back? Back again. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? 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 Guess who's back?
Denny Schaefer. He's an idiot.
Well, welcome to it, my friends. Hour 2, Denny Radio Sports and More, brought to you by St. Mary's Meats, the place to go for local fresh cut meat. Nobody beats AJ's Meat. 877-909-1007. Even though, Chris, we haven't had any phone calls, we've had a lot of good texts, so we appreciate that. Jock King weighed in on our video. Yes, we are up at Denny Radio on Twitter /X and also at Denny Radio on YouTube. So if you want to, play along that way, you can comment that way, or you can call the show or text or do whatever. All right, it's hour 2. Let's do a more story, sports and more. This is more. How is this happening? Okay, Chris. This is by the way, do you hear a hum?
No, I'm
okay, good
on my end.
All right, I'm hearing a hum, and I don't know why. I just moved my equipment a little bit, and it seems like it's humming now. Anyway, maybe I'm just hallucinating. Who knows? How does this keep happening in Toledo? This is the 3rd time in the last couple of weeks since we've been on. We had the guy who won the $500,000, the 33-year-old dude who, had spent time in prison, and now man, what a gift that is. I pray that he, is going to do the right thing once he gets that check and people don't harass him and hound him and he doesn't go on some kind of friggin' bender. We got the person who from Mall Me who bought the ticket at Churchill's won the, what was it, $1,000 a week for life?
$1,000 a day.
Oh yeah, $1,000 a day for life. 365.
That's the one I want.
Yeah, yeah, that would be good. Of course, again, like we said last hour, Chris, your odds they're really not in your favor, Chris. You don't actually purchase a ticket, okay? I'm just saying. I'm not saying that God couldn't do something like just put a lottery ticket in your pocket and it's a winner, but
miracles happen every day, Denny. Miracles
it does. Happen. But you got to help. Sometimes, what is it? God helps those who help themselves, which is BS, but whatever. Buy a ticket, Chris.
I mean, sometimes people give you scratch-offs for like Christmas and stuff. So
yes, that is true.
Maybe that'll be my opportunity.
Whenever I get one of those, and I got some for Christmas this year, it's always in the back of my mind. Okay, let's just say one of these is $1,000. Okay, you win $1,000. Okay. Mm-hmm. Do you tell the person who gave it to you?
Yeah, I give them $250.
$250?
Yeah.
But it's a gift. It's like if I got you a really nice hoodie, a nice pullover, are you gonna let me wear it a couple times a month?
No, but if I could sell it for multiple $1,000s, then yeah.
So you're a regifter. You sell gifts.
Sometimes, yeah.
It's a gift, dude. And anyway, it's called the Classic Lotto, and it was sold at the Classic Lotto ticket. It was sold Saturday. Let's see. They made the purchase at Jennifer Snack at 601 Adams Street. So I'm assuming that's downtown.
Yeah, that's right downtown. I feel like I go past there often.
So it's some kind of convenience store.
Yeah, but it's never open when I go down to the club. I think it's near the club, like right by the Valentine.
So
If
it's
I'm
like
thinking
open
about
during
the
the
right spot.
So it's open like during the day and not at night. And
Yeah.
Okay. Can you go in and get a 40 and put it in a brown bag?
Probably. I feel like that's a lot of their sales. Right near the Magic Walk. Yeah.
Magic Walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know right where that is. My attorney used to be right down there around the corner, Jerome Phillips. What's up, Jerry? Anyway, so that's where it was purchased and got the top prize, $2.8 million, according to the Ohio Lottery News release. The winning ticket matched all 6 numbers in the jackpot drawing: 4, 9, 23, 26, 27, 37. The winner has yet to come forward, but the winner they chose their own numbers, so they didn't let the computer do it. So they got 180 days from the draw to make a claim. So let me ask you this: $2.8 million, that's changing your damn life.
Oh, for sure.
So you're probably getting what, $2 million of that, because it's almost 3. So
Yeah,
what,
like-
800,000 to go in taxes?
Yeah.
So you're going to get $2 million. That's huge, life-changing money. Okay. How long do you wait in the 180 days? Do you get like everything in order? Do you start, put a team of financial advisors? Like I'd call my people at the Aurora Group, they're Morgan Stanley, but they're called the Aurora Group. Alan Fidel and his people. Anyway, and he's been my finance guy since like the 90s. I'm thinking I call him, and my stature over there changes a lot. Okay. I'm like, okay, I got 2 million now. Oh, really? Because now I'm just, but
Well, the first thing you're supposed to do is clean your circle. So you tell everybody how you truly feel.
Yeah.
That's month 1.
Uh-huh.
And the ones who stick around, they're gonna be able to, enjoy the fruits of my labor.
So you keep it real and you tell people what you really think of them, and if they stick around
before you cash the ticket, because you can't have those signs there. You can't pull up in a new car and then tell people how you feel. You got to get it all out on the table right there.
Yeah. I think I circle the finance team. You get everything all straight in there, and then you go cash it. But I don't know. I do it within the first month or so. Because what do you do with the ticket while you're waiting? How nervous would you be? What if there's a fire?
I would get take
a picture of the ticket,
safety deposit box at the bank or something.
See, I don't think I could relax. I
Don't
would be
trust
like,
that.
what happens? What happens if somebody knows? You know what I mean? I think I might cash it right away.
I would give it 30 days. See how much debt you have.
So if you cash it right away, like my bank is Waterford Bank in Sylvania, Waterford Bank, and my man is Chris, Chris, good name. He does, whenever I got banking issues, I always call him. Could you imagine the conversation? Hey, Chris, just so you know, I'm going to be making a deposit here soon for $2 million. Can you guys handle that?
Yeah. I would first advise you to switch banks. You shouldn't put $2 million in one account.
No, I don't think I think you're right.
Yeah, it's only insured for $250,000. So
that is true. Yeah, never thought of that. I'd go through Morgan Stanley, the Aurora Group, and I would call them up and say, all right, here's the deal. I won the lottery, and where are we going to put this and protect it and blah blah blah, so I can, and then I would leave my family. See ya. I'm done. I'm tired of being dad, tired of being a husband. I'm going to go live wherever the hell I want. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to start smoking and drinking again.
Yeah. Oh, your fast is over.
Yeah, the fast will be over if I win the lottery before Easter. So anyway, there you go, people. That is another winner. So everything goes in threes, right? Like they say.
Yeah, that's it.
So don't play the lottery for a while.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty dry around here for a second.
Yeah, nobody in Toledo is going to win diddly. So there you go. Wow, we're up to 28 people watching right now.
Yeah, they love us on Wednesdays.
Do they?
It's Monday and Friday. We can't buy a listener, so
I don't know why that is. Wednesday seems to be a busier day.
yeah.
So
Thanks, everybody.
yeah, we appreciate that. All right, let's talk some NBA.
Detroit basketball.
Actually, the Pistons were off last night. They're off again tonight, I believe. But the Cavs, Darius Garland, 28 points. Evan Mobley, he had 21, 11 boards, 7 assists. Cavs clinch the top seed in the Eastern Conference. Way to go, Cavs.
Shout out to all my Cleveland fans out there.
Yeah, give you some love. They won at 135-113 over the Chicago Bulls last night. But it should be noted, Chicago's top 5 scorers were not in uniform.
Yeah, that makes it a little easier.
All-star shooting guard Donovan Mitchell was not dressed because, well, he sprained his left ankle, and this was Sunday against Sacramento. Coach Kenny Atkinson says Mitchell will be good to go for the playoffs.
Yeah, sit him down.
But they're shutting him down for the rest of the season, right?
For
The
sure.
regular season?
Yeah, playoffs start next week. You have to.
Yep, the Cavs are at Indiana on Thursday. Okay.
It doesn't.
Indiana
I would
scares
rest
me.
everybody from here. It's no point of playing. You don't want to get anybody hurt. Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
You are where you are. I didn't even watch the Cavs game because I was so into the Lakers Thunders game, and
I forgot that was on, and wasn't that on ESPN?
Yeah, or TNT, one of them. But yeah, I was watching.
But it was
that.
on national TV.
Yeah.
Was it even close, or was it an ass whooping by?
It was a
OKC?
good game. Luka got ejected for yelling at an official, even
But
though
it was a fan he was yelling at. He said.
allegedly.
He said it was a fan. He goes, if a fan's going to yell at me, I'm going to yell back. And the ref heard it, and the ref thought it was towards him, and he
Yeah.
bounced him. You think he's lying, Luka?
No, he probably was yelling at the fan. I think we need to go ahead and get the AI referees. No feelings, no emotions.
No, I don't.
Because it ruins good games like this. Like, I don't want your personal feelings to knock out the star.
So was the game close before Luka got bounced?
Yeah, he put them up by 1. And then it was like downhill from there. LeBron is also starting to look a little older, but we'll see in the playoffs. I don't want to say that too early, but he's been like 19, 20 here and there, which is still good, but
Yeah. For a guy his age.
yeah. I
He's
mean,
like your age.
He's up there. You know, he
All right,
graduated
well,
the
we'll see what
same
happens.
year.
I still think Cleveland is going to surprise some people. It will not surprise me if they make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. Boom! I said it.
Yeah.
Of course, let's hope I'm more right than I was about the UCLA women in Houston winning it all.
Yeah, they're going to get a first round exit now just because of that. Big game. It's a big game for the Pistons too tomorrow.
They're playing New York Knicks.
So we'll kind of see what that matchup will look like, because I think that's who we're going to get in the first round.
All right. Well, I guess we'll see, because like you said, playoff starts next week. So
Playoffs.
All right, let's get to a break. Coming back, more content, more stuff. What do I have? I don't remember. I'll surprise you. So stick around. Denny and Chris hanging out with you on a hump day on 100.7 The Ticket.
I thought he retired. Denny Radio is on 100.7 The Ticket.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
Weird. Normally I got to pee 2-3 times in the show.
For
I
a
had to
degree
pee
he
that.
couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired
You gotta jinx
immediately
yourself.
after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
You know what's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the Wendy's $5 biggie bag with a junior bacon cheeseburger, 4-piece nugs, junior hot and crispy fries, and small soft drink is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and Applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Unlimited time does not mean forever. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and California and via third-party delivery. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
Are you watching a big sporting event with friends, having a party, or are you just too tired to make dinner? Then you need to call Mama Mary's Pizza, home of the famous 28-inch colossal pizza, equal to 4 large pizzas. Mama Mary's Pizza is authentic New York-style thin crust pizza. The thinner the crust, the better the taste. Get great discounts when you order online at MamaMarysPizza.com. Just go to the menu page and click on the deal section. Located in Holland on Airport Highway across from the big Kroger, Mama Mary's Pizza.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone. I went through it a while back. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text. Text CUTS to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text CUT to 42424. That's CUT to 42424.
Products and statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or illness.
You know what makes a great time even better? Great deals. So when you're having a great time playing pool with your friends at Miss Q, remember Wednesdays are free pool days when you wear your current Miss Q t-shirt, 21 and over. And on Thursdays, it's ladies' night, $4 Long Islands and free pool for the ladies, 21 and over. Who says nothing fun happens in the middle of the week? Miss Q, where the fun just gets better. Find us on Reynolds near Glendale and Alexis near Telegraph or online at MissQToledo.com.
Fellas, I'm ready to get up and do my thing. I want to get into it, man, you know. Can I count it off? 1, 2, 3, 4.
The Denny Schaefer Show, weekdays 2 to 4 on 100.7 The Ticket.
That's right. Tell your friends we do sports and we do more. We talk about pretty much anything and everything because we have no guidelines and we have no corporate control. So we can pretty much do what we want. That's it. I'm Denny Schaefer along with my producer, Chris
Hollywood.
All right, dude, what do we got going here? We got, all right, like 45 minutes ago before we hand it off to Andre, so that ought to be good. 877-909-1007, that's the number to play along. Let me give you an update on my Tigers. And, okay, cool. We just got a single. That looks like an error, but whatever. It's the bottom of the 8th, Tigers down 2-zip. Then they got a leadoff runner on first. Oh, no. 1 out, guy on first. So there you go. We just need a run here. But we'll take more than that, but whatever. Nolan Jones drew. Listen to this. I don't think I've ever heard of this, or at least it's been a while. Nolan Jones drew a bases-loaded walk from Mike Clevenger in the 9th inning, and the Guardians won their home opener 1-0 over the lowly Chicago White Sox. It was the first 1-0 game that ended with a walk-off walk.
That sucks.
So bases are loaded. They walk in the run. Gosh, that's got to hurt, though, you know?
Got to throw him something to hit.
That's what I was thinking. Anyway, last time it happened, the Dodgers beat the Padres May 1st, 2009. Chicago now has lost 6 straight. The White Sox, as you know, last year lost 121 games record. Up next, Chicago and Cleveland. Well, this evening they play again tonight at 6:10. That's going to be pretty nipply. So I'm just glad yesterday when the Tigers win, Tarek Skubal, he pitched well. 4 hits over 6 innings. And Torkelson, who we saw a lot last year for the Mud Hens, hit the first of 3 homers in the 4th inning for the Tigers.
Yeah, they were balling yesterday.
Yeah, they were. The Tigers got 5 in a row going. They beat the Yankees 5-0. And that's New York's first shutout loss this season. Fun fact about Torkelson, about Torque. He hit .219 with 10 homers last season. He spent 2.5 months with the Mud Hens. He's batting .310 with 5 doubles in 11 games. Sheesh. I don't know what he's done today, but who's up now? Oh, Riley Green. I love him. Oh, we got 2 outs. That sucks. Come on, get a run in.
We'll figure it out.
So here's something. The starting pitchers today, Max Fried for the Skankies and for the Tigers, Jack Flaherty.
Okay.
They're former high school teammates
That was a tough team to play.
at Harvard Westlake in California. That's pretty cool, though.
Every
I mean,
time I see that, like especially in baseball, where it's like, oh, they were teammates, I was like, oh, that was a state championship team, huh?
Oh, absolutely. Had to be. I mean, you got two pitchers like that. So that's really the good news when it comes to, baseball that matters to us here in Toledo. And then we got the Mud Hens.
Oh, how we love that hen.
Yeah, not last night we did.
Oh, how we love that hen.
Things started badly for the Mud Hens last night and only got worse. A 5-run first inning deficit grew to 13.
Sheesh.
Yeah, 13 runs in the 6th. And it was near freezing temps, but it did not cool the Iowa Cubs bats. By the 3rd out in the bottom of the 9th, final score, Cubs 14, Hens 1. It was 38 degrees at first pitch. Up next, well, they're playing again tonight at 6:35. But it's warmer now. What's the temp there at the station?
48.
Yeah, see, so it's warming up. So that's it's better than what yesterday at 38. You kidding me?
It's a tough start to the season for the Hens, 2-8.
And they're supposed to be good. I don't understand it. So, all right, speaking of the Hens, now I'll give you some good news. The Mud Hens got the $50,000 grant. The Toledo City Council approved it yesterday.
Okay.
It's all part of their $3 million project to change North St. Clair Street into a festival. We're going to have a festival street. The expansion is part of the club's push to get more people out and enjoying the downtown area around the park. It's going to open up the center of Third Field, which will let fans effortlessly get to Hensville from the park. But they got a gate right there, so I don't know. Whatever. The Hens did not announce any dates for the project's completion, but hope to start construction on the gateway sometime this year. Well, I think you got to wait for the season to be over, don't you? Or at least my disco party coming up on June 6th. Right?
Not necessarily, depending on, I think the first phase was just the upgrades to the sidewalk and sewer system and stuff like that. So,
well, they're going to put that big brick
and then the
gateway
gate
thing. It's going to be up there. It's going to be cool. I mean, for my disco party, they shut St. Clair down. There's no, they put up one of those big cement barricades so nobody can drive down there.
Yeah.
So, you got your tickets for my party yet, Chris?
It's time to party. Yeah, I need to be in VIP with you, but I'm going to donate to the cause.
You're on my guest list, my man.
Okay.
Don't you worry about it. If you want to make a little donation, that's fine. But you're on the in now, dude. You know the Den man, so you're in.
My man.
Now, I don't know how many tables are left because I haven't checked this week, but if you want to go to that party, the party of parties, looks like it's going to sell out 2,000 people. It's happening Friday, June 6th, downtown at Hensville Park. Go to DennyRadio, like my page on Facebook. So DennyRadio Facebook, right there pinned at the top. That's where you get your tickets. Buy a table of 10. You got to buy, if you're buying tables, silver or gold circle, it's tables of 10. You can't just buy one ticket at a table because that'd be creepy because we don't, you don't want to sit at tables with people you don't know. Until you get liquored up, then everybody loves everybody. You kidding me?
Yeah, we're all friends.
Yeah. General admission tickets are $25. It helps Little Blessings, which is a great charity that helps our veterans, saving lives. They're awesome. You can also go to Little Blessings Veteran Outreach, lbveteranoutreach.org. That's their page. If you want to get them that way, you can do that. But I go to Denny Radio and start following our page, okay? Because my wife and I do that podcast Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I'm thankful it's growing, and we have sponsors. So
big money coming your way, man.
What's that?
I said big money coming your way.
Hey, dude, I'm on a fixed income, so it's just supplementing. It's paying for our insurance, basically, is what it's doing. So
as long as it pays for something.
Yeah, we're grateful and we're thankful. All right, we're going to get to a break, but before I do, Chris,
yes,
hopefully
sir.
We'll put a smile on your face.
My favorite part of the show.
It's now time for News Quickies.
Let's do it.
All right, here we go, people. Quickie number 1. Denver Nuggets head coach, talked about it yesterday, Michael Malone, fired with only 3 games left in the season. Wow, Elon Musk is really on a rampage.
Thank you, Toledo. Thank you.
A biotech company has brought a biotech company has brought dire wolves back from extinction.
Yeah,
Now, the next extinct entity they will attempt to revive is the Democratic Party.
That's a bunch of malarkey.
No, it's true.
That's a bunch of malarkey.
Yeah, it's not going well right now. But Stephen A. is going to save the party. Okay,
for sure.
Rapper Lil Nas X. I know you love him. You got all his records.
Not at all.
He turns 26 today, and you might know him from his original name, Little Nas Twitter. And the Grizzlies, Ja Morant was fined $75 grand for making a shooting gesture during a game. Now, in his defense, he saw Alec Baldwin in the crowd.
You are a rude, little pig.
You like that one?
You are a
yes, I
rude,
know.
thoughtless little pig.
All right, there you go. There's the news quickies. We were going to have Steve Mix on, but unfortunately, Steve's got an elbow issue.
Man.
And so he's at his doctor or somewhere getting it drained because it hurts like hell.
He sounds flustered.
It almost like, because I'm asking him a question, and it sounded like he wanted to get the hell off the phone.
Yeah, he was like, all right, Denny, bye. Denny,
yeah,
bye.
Denny, next week we'll go. And I kept asking him a question. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
next week,
Right.
you got to go. Anyway, what area high schools rank best for athletes? We're going to come back with that. And by the way, tomorrow the Den Man is out on remote broadcast.
Big money.
You want to come by and see me because, people come out in droves. I'll be at Yark, the new car lot over there on Central Ave. So come see me. It's across the street. I think it's right across the street from the new Sheets that they're building.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll be out there tomorrow 2 to 4. All right. Coming back. What high schools rank best for athletes? They actually did a study on this. And, well, number one is no surprise. And I'll explain all of that coming up next. Right here on 100.7, The Ticket.
No rules on this show. Denny Radio is on 100.7, The Ticket.
Hey everyone, it's AJ from St. Mary's Meats. Did you ever wonder where your meat comes from? Well, St. Mary's Meats does and cares. With all of our fresh and frozen meat selections cut weekly, as well as our 33 flavors of brats and 19 flavors of snack sticks made in-house, plus getting local beef, lamb, and hogs in, we care about our quality. We're located just west of Secord Metro Park. Check St. Mary's Meats out on Facebook, and remember, we're killing it and you're grilling it.
If you flip the best burger in town, but no one's around to eat it, does it still count?
What we can do is have Rebecca on tomorrow.
Get Cumulus Boost and boost all aspects of your online presence to get noticed. We make it simple to ask for reviews, respond to reviews, post on social media, and more. So you can focus on that best burger in town.
He had questions ready, so that's fine.
Order up.
I'll let her
We'll
know.
bring the
Yeah, let her
customers
know.
into
We'll go tomorrow,
experience
like
it. Get a
3:25.
boost.
She'll be like
Get
our
found.
guest.
Get on the map.
She can ask
Learn more at
questions about the Masters or golf
CumulusBoost.com.
tournament or whatever.
Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on. Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
Auto Parts. And then I need like a lazy boy.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. HIMS can help. Through HIMS.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to HIMS.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
Ready to sell your car? Visit Tom Cater Auto Sales, where we make selling your vehicle easy and hassle-free. At Tom Cater Auto Sales, we're always looking to expand our inventory with quality pre-owned vehicles. Whether you're looking to trade in or sell outright, Tom offers competitive prices and a straightforward process. Visit us today at the corner of Lasky and Douglas for a quick appraisal. Tom Cater Auto Sales, your trusted partner in buying and selling cars. Visit TomCater.com. That's TomCater.com.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
Managing your credit card debt can be overwhelming.
National Debt Relief could help you pay less than you owe in less time than you think. No bankruptcy, no loans. If you owe at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans, National Debt Relief's team of experts will work on your behalf to reduce the amount of debt you owe. With over 70,000 five-star reviews, National Debt Relief has already helped more than 500,000 people reduce their debt. With high inflation, there's never been a better time to take advantage of this debt relief opportunity. Call 800-466-9933. National Debt Relief could help you reduce your debt. Don't wait. Call 800-466-9933. No bankruptcy, no loans. National Debt Relief could help you pay less than you owe. Find out if you qualify in just minutes. It's easy. Call National Debt Relief at 800-466-9933 and trust the experts to help you pay less than you owe in less time than you think. Call 800-466-9933 now. Again, that's 800-466-9933.
ESPN 100.7 right now, traffic.
No unusual slowdowns, no incidents to pass along at this time on your Wednesday commute. If you're seeing anything we're not, you can call or text. That's your Cumulus Toledo right now traffic.
This is Toledo's home for football. ESPN 100.7 The Ticket.
Life is filled with many paths, but for Native American children, the most important path is the one that leads them out of poverty.
It's a path that led me here to St. Joseph's Indian School.
Learn more at stjo.org today.
Denny Schaefer.
He's more than just a pretty face. He has got a great torso and incredible calves, and that chin could crack a walnut, couldn't it? Yes.
He's an idiot.
On 100.7 The Ticket.
Yes, I am. Welcome back. Denny Radio Sports and More brought to you by St. Mary's Meats, the place to go for local fresh cut meat. Nobody beats AJ's Meat, people. 877-909-1007. Well, Hollywood doesn't look like we're going to get any calls today. At least we haven't so far. I think, haven't we had a call every day this week so far?
We were on a nice little road.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, that's okay.
And then it's like, people get busy.
They got a text us today. We got text.
We have gotten a lot of text, so I do appreciate that. So, well, it was Lodo Joe, Jeremy, Superfan Nurse Terry. That's it. So, but still,
maybe we got to say something crazy to get people all riled up.
Okay. I don't know. You know what? Don't think that this show is going to be forever, people. You can take advantage of us while we're here, because you just never know. Syndication could come calling, and me and Chris are out.
We're gone.
Yeah. We'll be on a whole bunch of other stations, and we won't even acknowledge you.
No more mud hens talk around here.
Nope. It'll just be all LeBron all the time.
Yankees, LeBron, Yankees.
Yeah. No, thanks. All right. What area high schools rank best when it comes to athletics and athletes? Well, it comes to schools, the best athletes. How do they stack up? They did a study, niche.com, niche.com, or is it niche? Niche, whatever. Niche. Based on participation numbers, the number of sports offered, success at the state championship level, and surveys of students and parents, the website ranked 866 Ohio high schools and separately 749 Michigan schools. The best in Ohio, Lakewood St. Ed, followed by Cincinnati St. Xavier and Cincinnati Archbishop Moeller, so Cincinnati Moeller. Locally, the Catholic schools dominate. Okay, so wait a minute. Isn't Lakewood St. Ed, isn't that a Catholic school?
Yeah.
So
that's in the
Cincinnati St. Xavier, and so is Moeller. Aren't all the three top, aren't those Catholic schools in the state?
Sounds like all Catholic schools.
So what does that mean? Catholic schools have the best athletes, or they just recruit the best, one or the other. Number one in Toledo, and they're 12th in the state. That would be Central Catholic. Of course.
Yeah, that was easy.
St. Ursula is number 2, 16th in the state. St. Francis is 3rd, 18th in the state. Perrysburg, your first public school, they're number 4, 20th in Ohio. St. John's Jesuit, they're 5th, 21st in the state. Archbold is number 6, 79th in the state. Anthony Wayne is 7th, 125th in Ohio. Notre Dame is 8th, 135th. Bowling Green comes in at number 9, 136th. And Start is at number 10. Way to go, Start Spartans.
Okay.
That kind of surprised me that they're number 10.
I think Start's issue may be coaching more so than athleticism, but
yeah. So if because you're coaching over at Ottawa Hills.
Good old Ottawa Hills.
What if somebody offered you like a head coaching job at another school locally? Would you jump on it? Is that something you want to do, or are you right in the lane you want to be in?
I'm happy where I'm at. I think head coaching is more like a father figure, and right now I'm still like a great older brother, you know?
Got it. So what are you in charge of? The defense?
Offense.
Offense. Okay.
Yeah.
So you like the offensive coordinator or offensive line, running backs, wide receivers? What are you?
We do like a collaborative effort, me and the head coach, and then I take receivers.
Dude, I can't wait for football season.
Yeah,
the show's still on. No, regardless, I'm still going to come to games. I want to come out. I've never been to an Ottawa Hills game. Where is there football stadium like right there by the school?
Attached right by the school.
Is it?
Yeah, we make the neighbors pretty mad on Friday nights.
Oh, I bet you do. Well, I'm gonna need a parking pass, so you're gonna have to hook me up with a parking.
Got you, man. You could be in the booster club.
Okay, as long as it doesn't cost me anything, I'm gonna fix it. By the way, the Tigers, it's not looking good.
Yeah.
They're down 4-0.
Yeah.
And bases are loaded right now. No outs. So
we still won the series.
Yeah, they won the series. So there you go. So back to the sports or schools. Gibsonburg is 11. Liberty Center 12th. The Rogers Rams. Well, that's because the girls hoops.
I was going to say, is this like all sports? Because
okay. Collective.
Fair.
Because the only way Rogers is in there is with girls basketball because they're they're good at that. 13. Southview is 14. Whitmer.
I would think Whitmer would be a little higher.
Yeah, me too. 15th. I would think that they'd be, I think they would be top 10 over Start.
Yeah.
That surprised me.
I think they would be over Bowling Green. Bowling Green, is this like currently or is this like all time?
I don't know. I don't know the metrics, if it was just in the last year or what.
Okay.
Doesn't say. By the way, the Green Bears, Ottawa Hills, comes in at number 16.
Yeah, golf.
Is it golf? They win national they win state championships with golf. Patrick Henry is 17th. Eastwood is 18th. Wauseon is 19th. And then you got the Bedford Kicking Mules, the lamest nickname in the history of sport.
The Kicking Mules.
They're number 20, and they're 215th in Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Liberty Benton is 21st. Erie Mason, also in Michigan, they're 22nd. They're 231st in Michigan. Woodmore at 23. Sylvania Northview at 24. And Lake comes in at 25.
Erie Mason is pretty high. And I know they're 22nd locally, but in the state, that's pretty high.
I would think it is. I don't know what kind of sports they got there. I've driven by the school before. But,
niche.
Oh, there you go, people.
Niche may be a little wrong, but
Niche.
Hey.
Yeah.
Shout out to niche.com.
I got your niche right here.
I wouldn't visit that site either. I wanted to type it in, but I was like,
might not be safe for work. Cumulus. Bust you, dude. All right. Glass City Marathon. You know anybody who's running in it? And it's coming up.
Yeah, but no. Well, yes, I know about it. No, I don't know anyone running in it.
So the reason I had to have
actually, I do. I don't know how well they're going to do, but
doesn't matter. It's just an accomplishment. I trained for 2 different marathons. One was the Detroit Marathon. The other was the Glass City Marathon. And guess what? I'm just too fat, too big to be running. It's 6'3". It's at one point I was 250. And when you're running, you go out and you train, you're running 10 miles.
Yeah.
That's not really good for the joints, which is why I had my right knee replaced, and my left knee is now giving me fits, and that one's going to have to be replaced. I always fantasized about running a marathon. I just always wanted to do it. I thought, it's for me, it was the ultimate challenge physically to be able to push yourself. I ran a 25K. Is the farthest I ever ran, and it was pretty brutal.
What's that like? 4 miles, 5 miles?
25K?
Yeah.
No, 25K is over 15 miles.
Oh, wow. I don't like the whole kilometers thing.
10K is 6 miles. So 20K is 12 miles. Yeah, so it's 25 miles.
Why don't they just call it a 15 mile, you know? We don't use kilometers ever until it's time for a race, and then it's 15K.
Could be the snootiness of the sport of running. I don't know. But I just remember when I ran that 25Ks, the last 2 miles, my running partner, if he wouldn't, and he was he had the runner's body and I didn't, and he knew that near the end, the last 3 miles, he was running right with me, just talking to me. And I stopped talking because I'm like, I'm going to die. I am not going to make these last 3 miles.
Just go through the motions at that point.
But I did, dude. I nailed it. So that was pretty awesome. I bring this up because maybe you don't know this, but running in the city of Toledo is huge.
That's the thing, huh?
Yeah, the marathon will attract 7,000 runners.
Do they run around the Glass Bowl? How does that work?
They end at the Glass Bowl, I believe.
Oh, they just end there. Okay.
I think maybe they start and end there. I don't remember. They've changed it up over the years.
Okay.
Anyway, you know Garmin, the tech company?
Yeah.
So the first GPS I ever bought, I probably still have it somewhere in a box. When I moved to Atlanta, a buddy of mine says, dude, you better get a Garmin because you're never going to know your way around Atlanta. So I bought
Atlanta is tough to get around.
Yeah, it's bad. So I got the Garmin, which was amazing. Well, I didn't know this. They claim that they pioneered the first smartwatch for runners.
Okay.
And they're big in the running industry. Well, they just announced the launch of the Garmin Marathon Series. And this is a tip to Toledo. The inaugural event will be held on September 21st. And guess where? Yep, Toledo.
Gotta love the 419, man.
Yeah.
We get the biggest events in the world.
So this event, don't we like what is it? What is the Irish Bowl or the
Italian Bowl?
Italian Bowl that's coming.
That's a big deal.
Listen, there'll be more fans at this run than there will be at the Glass Bowl watching the Italian Bowl. I'm here to tell you. We ought to go this year.
Yeah, you can get the tickets online, 100.7ticket.com.
Can you?
Yeah.
Okay. How much are tickets?
Denny, I can check.
You and I better get press passes. I'm here to tell you. Maybe we should embrace the Italian Bowl.
Yeah,
maybe we get a big Italian following.
We're actually one of their official sponsors. So.
Oh, okay. Then I better stop ripping them then.
Oh no, it's a great event. Everyone should check it out.
When is it? July?
June.
Okay.
I just know I have something to do that weekend though, but
no, you don't. You're going to clear your schedule for the Italian Bowl, dude. All right, so back to this. So what they're doing is because Toledo has races in the fall called the Toledo Mini, which is a fall half marathon and a 10K and a 5K.
Mm-hmm.
It was formerly called the Muddy Mini, whatever. But it's been a great run, and they, like 1,500 runners will run in that. According to race director Clint McCormick, which we'll probably get on. He's a nut. I enjoy him. McCormick is the race director of the annual Spring Glass City Marathon, which, by the way, is the Boston Marathon qualifier, which is why you have 7,000 runners coming.
Okay.
And the Glass City Marathon's been going on since 1971, they say. And there's going to be a lot of people, more than 7,000 runners are already signed up for the 2025 Glass City Marathon. So, there'll be some stragglers at the end. I got a buddy of mine, no lie, wasn't a runner, who went out drinking one night, decided he was going to run the marathon that morning, the Toledo Marathon, went and signed up that morning and ran it and finished.
Did he win?
No, but he ran a marathon the next day, and he'd never trained a minute in his life. He was in great shape.
That's a true athlete.
Yeah.
That's a true athlete.
Then I think he was powered by alcohol because we were out drinking the night before.
Italian Bowl tickets are between $20 and $75.
What?
Yeah, unfortunately.
$75? Do I get to sit on the bench?
You'll probably get some pretty good tickets for $75.
$75. I better be on the bench, and I better be able to, call a couple plays.
Or you can also get you can purchase a suite if you like. Those are available for $1,800.
Okay, I tell you what, if you're a big time business out there and you're going to have a suite, Chris and I are rentable that day. If you want us to sit and hobnob with your, clients and customers, Chris and I'll, we'll engage them with our witty repertoire.
Actually, I can't go. Unfortunately, I get married that day. So
what?
Shucks. Yeah, I can't.
You got that thing with the deal. Okay, so what's the date of this thing?
June 28th.
So you get married on June 28th.
Yeah, man. I'd love to be there though. I wouldn't miss it for the world, but
yeah. Well, what time you getting married? Maybe you can do both. Could you imagine go to the Italian Bowl in your tux?
Yeah.
Dude, what's going on? Well, I want to catch a game. I'm getting married at 5. What time's the wedding?
6.
6
Or maybe it's 5. 5:30. I should know that, huh?
You should. You're getting married, dude. One and done.
I'm just
anyway.
I'm just there.
So a lot of local runners are excited about it. A guy named George Lathrop. Guy's run 38 marathons. That's a beast right there. He said, I've run marathons in 17 states. I've seen a lot of cool running communities, but nothing compares to Toledo. We have an amazing running community here. Lance Woodworth, president and CEO of Destination Toledo, says the event will impact more than the running community. He says in initial conversations for Garmin, the company indicated that they expect to attract about 10,000 runners to the event. That would be huge.
Yeah,
so with that, that's going to have a huge impact on the economy here locally. The Toledo area drew more than 15.9 million visitors last year, according to Woodworth, with an economic impact 1.8 billion. In a statement released yesterday, officials said the Garmin Marathon Series will celebrate the miles that made you, according to the company. When selecting the venues for the series, they took into account each city's existing race and event schedule, regional running communities, local and cultural highlights, and Toledo was the first place they landed on.
Man,
how about that? And then there's gonna be a big party at the end of the race, and that'll be open to the public with food, live entertainment, other activities. You can already register right now at garmin.com/marathons.
What day is the race?
I don't think they've named the date yet. It just says in the fall.
Okay. Well,
I don't know. Maybe it's up there.
Get in shape and get ready to run a marathon.
Yeah. My days of running are over, my man, because I have titanium in my right knee, and I don't think you can run after total knee replacement.
Really? I would think you can run faster.
You would think, but I'm not going to test that. So there you go. Oh, September 21st.
Oh yeah, you'll be ready by then.
No, dude, I'll be getting ready for my second knee surgery in September. So, there you go. All right, let's get to a break. Coming back with Andre, Black and White Sports, Andre of the Savages. We're going to ask him who he's going to vote for.
Oh, yeah.
We'll talk about that next on 100.7 The Ticket.
A legend in his own mind. Denny Radio is on 100.7 The Ticket.
Anderson Window Company tested a batch of Fibrix double-hung windows that were installed 20 years prior to see how they stood up to Mother Nature. The test showed that the windows still looked new and operated as they did the day they were installed. A lot can change in 20 years. Your windows shouldn't.
Buy 4 replacement windows, get 1 free. Call 844-202-0257 today.
Who's ready to get easy breezy, Dundee?
Matthew.
And Rhonda here from Williams Brothers. That's Chrysler Jeep and Ram.
And this month, it's a breeze to get keys.
Because right now, you could drive a new Jeep for just $3 down during our Jeep Celebration Sales event.
That's right. We're making car buying easy again.
So if your old ride
in the
blows,
studio for you, too. I'm not sure what it is.
And drive a new Jeep for just $3 down.
Even if you've heard no in the past.
We got a big handle on it?
Over at Williams Brothers.
See, we're all about acceptance and affordability. security.
With us, it's a breeze to get keys.
That means you can car shop with ease. We work hard to help you find a car you love.
For a monthly payment you can afford.
So blow off your old ride
and drive a new Jeep for just $3 down today.
But hurry and run like the wind.
Because just like spring, this deal will blow away soon.
I'm Matthew.
And I'm Brenda.
We're your dealers for the people. See all our rides.
It's a cord of some sort. I'm not sure.
That's DennyDealmakers.com.
Atomic lighter.
Who's it from?
Danny's Cafe Rossford is one of the less iconic old-school neighborhood corner bars in the area, founded in 1934. Check out their massive state-of-the-art renovation, which has evolved into a destination for all ages.
Somebody buys me a lighter. I got to try this
and
out.
Weekly live entertainment, plus the Ford Social Club or outdoor tent for special event rentals. Come get the Nashville experience right here at Danny's Cafe in historic Rossford. If you're looking for a delicious lunch, check out their daily lunch specials. Get either chunks and fries, chicken wrap and chips, or a Bummy's BLT and chips for just $8 every Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Or for dinner, build your own flatbread pizza, grab Dutch's famous wings, or enjoy any of their tasty burgers like the Mayor Mac or the Murph's Hangover Burger. Need a drink? Danny's has 20 ice-cold draft beers, plus an unlimited cocktail selection. Danny's Cafe. Online at Denny'sCafeRossford.com or located at 600 Dixie Highway in historic Rossford.
Hi, it's Mookie. Searching for the perfect diamond is about more than just the cut, clarity, and carat. And that's where Northwood Jewelers is here to help. If it's an earth mine or lab-grown diamond, Northwood Jewelers is your go-to jewelry destination with 3 generations of expertise. From beautiful rings, stunning necklaces, permanent jewelry, or even their collection of birthstones. Visit Northwood Jewelers, 4612 Woodville Road, online at northwoodjeweler.com. Northwood Jewelers, service before, during, and after the sale.
Looking for a good time? Come check out what the Polish Ostrich has to offer. With daily food specials, happy hour till 6, and power hour from 6 to 7. That's half off beer from 6 to 7. And there's always something going on at the Ostrich. From karaoke to open jam or even a DJ. Original live music, we jam all night. Plus, don't forget our game room complete with all the classics, including air hockey and pinball. Make sure you stop by and check us out on Facebook or Instagram. What are you waiting for? Get to the Polish Ostrich today, 944 Phillips Avenue, Toledo.
Seems everything costs more these days. Gas, groceries, and when's the last time you checked your wireless bill? When it comes to Big Wireless, if you're staying, you may be overpaying. Switch to Consumer Cellular and get your second month free for a limited time. You'll get the same fast, reliable nationwide coverage without the big wireless bill. Plans start at just $20 a month. Here's Veronica and Jackie, real customers.
I didn't know that I could get something for a lot less money that was actually better than who I was with before.
Anytime anybody complains about their cell phone bill, we say, you've got to check out Consumer Cellular.
And now for a limited time, new customers can get their second month free when they use promo code SECONDFREE. Just call, click, or bring us your bill and see how much you can save. Because when it comes to Big Wireless, if you're staying, you may be overpaying. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit a store near you, or consumercellular.com and use code SECONDFREE to get a free second month. Real people paid to share their opinions, and this ad plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
When we say we'll give you top dollar to sell us your vehicle, we mean it, and we'll prove it. Yark! With YarkBuysCars.com. Selling your vehicle for cash couldn't be easier. Here's all you do. Step 1, get your vehicle appraised online. Step 2, bring your vehicle to the Yark Buying Center or any Yark dealership. And step 3, get paid. YarkBuysCars.com.
Come get more. Just what you're looking for.
Denny Schaefer.
Kind of dirtbaggy.
He's an idiot.
On 100.7 The Ticket.
All right, people, welcome back. Final segment of the show. And okay, there you go. I was just Tigers down 4-0. Guys on second and third, bottom of the ninth, 2 outs. It's pretty much over. Unless, somebody jacks a homer and it's 4-3. All right, got to quit screwing around. We don't have a lot of time here. We want to spend a couple minutes here with Black and White Sports. Andre of the Savages. Andre, happy Wednesday. How are you, my friend?
A little better every day, sir. Good afternoon. I want it all.
So I'm sure you probably heard the news. Stephen A. Smith is now actually considering going into politics and running for president. A Rasmussen poll says that he could be a viable candidate if he decided to run for president. Your thoughts, Andre?
Come on, Mr. Shaver. This is what we want to do today.
Well, yeah, I look for fun stuff to chat with you about. This is it, because I know you're a big fan.
What? Well, that means then I can go for it. Then this is what we now know. I can go for it. So there it is. That's what it means.
I know he's a big fan of yours. He steals all your material.
Yeah, well, you gotta check it out. Hey, listen, a good friend of mine. I shouldn't say her entire name, but she's heavy since you mentioned it politically here in town over many years, administrative and all the like, and is in all of those circles. And she says that Stephen A. Smith is the Andre Savage of ESPN. Just for you to, so this is where I'm at. So
totally on board. But, he was on The View, and I think he's been on a couple of times, and he was on after the election, and my wife showed it to me. I'm like, holy crap, this guy's actually making some sense. And so now the Democrats are so friggin' desperate. They're like, okay, we got to see if this guy could actually run because, he's a black man, and, President Obama did really well. Of course, President Obama was a hell of a politician before he ran for president. Stephen A. is
great actor. Great actor. Great actor.
So, we'll, he politically, I mean, he makes sense, some of the things he says, so I could see why he'd be appealing. But I mean, come on, there's got to be somebody else in the stable that has some kind of political background. But Trump is not a politician, and he's gotten elected twice. So we're living in crazy times, Andre.
No, but you know what? Oh, go ahead, Chris.
President Savage.
Well, thank you. I like the sound. But no, here's the thing. You just said it, and you hit the nail on the head. And I'm going to take everybody back to further cement what I'm going to say here. You have to have a presence. I'm not sure, especially in this day and age, especially now, that you need certainly the traditional politician that you may be saying, where I'm looking for that sort of credibility and the tone of it. But no. President Trump has broken that, has dispelled it, and certainly, again, suffocated that idea. But watch this. The last time it worked in great order to a large degree and really insurmountable was President Reagan. Great actor. And you remember how that went. So I'm just saying, whether you loved it, whether you like his administration, I'm not here for that part. I'm just saying, before you get a little erratic in assuming that this is absurd, Mr. Schaefer just pointed out, anything's possible. Certainly in this day and age. Big follow.
Reagan was also governor of California, which is a pretty.
I get that. I understand that.
But still, he was a Hollywood actor and all of that. So we'll see. It'll make it. I hope he runs because it'll be a lot of fun for us and what we do. But we still got a lot of time to go. And Chris and I, we don't even know if we're going to be here at the end of the month.
Yeah.
So we're just we're day to day, pal.
We're on a week-to-week deal, a 10-day contract.
Let me assure you. Let me take a stab and say, hey, I suspect you'll be around.
We're on a 10-day contract around here, man.
That's right. Dana renews us every 10 days. So one of these days she's going to go, no, you're out.
No,
all right, have a good show, you and Josh B. We'll do it again tomorrow. I'll be live over at Yark where no one will come by. It'll be awesome. And we'll have some wacky fun. So let's get the heck out of here, Chris.
I'm out of here.
Nice job today, as always, Hollywood. Till next time, this is Denny Shaver saying, do what you love is freedom. Loving what you do, that's happiness. Keep dreaming and love the one who loves you most. See ya, Toledo.
ESPN 100.7 right now, traffic.
No unusual slowdowns, no incidents to pass along at this time on your Wednesday commute.
When I said the Tigers were
call or text that Cumulus
it's
Toledo right now traffic.
Hi, I'm Abigail Mann.
And I'm Jeff Mann. And we'd like to welcome
tying
you.
Run is on second base with 2 outs.
I love gemstones. One of the values that I bring as a graduate gemologist is expertise.
You got to double clear the bases. Then there was an error.
Tells its own individual story story that I am excited to share with you. Let me introduce
And then
you
there was
to
an
the
error on
world
second base,
of
and he
colored
scored all the way from
gemstones.
second
I can help you
it's 4-3
find
now.
exactly
All right,
what
hey,
you're
Chris,
looking
check
for.
the
So if
rotator
you're
on the
shopping
rejoins.
for a
We keep playing a
birthday,
lot of the same
an
rejoins, and I'm
anniversary,
wondering why
or
some of
just
the ones I
because
sent aren't
not only
there.
do
So
we have
there might be
the
something
only
in the
selection
rejoins
of
that's
man-made
preventing you
diamonds in
from
the area,
running
we have
all
a
of them. You know what
complete
I mean?
selection
I got
of
you. I'll fix it
bracelets,
tomorrow.
All
earrings,
right, sounds good.
necklaces.
All right,
We have
have a good one,
beautiful,
dude. See you tomorrow.
Have a good
breathtaking,
one.
amazingly unique styles to choose from. Items that you will not find